Hi, welcome back. We try to talk about the ping, how it is useful in the port scanning. So, one of the very first steps in any network reconnaissance mission is to reduce a set of IP range into a list of active or interesting hosts. So, scanning, every port of every single IP address is slow and usually unnecessary. So, of course, what makes a host interesting depends greatly on the scan purpose, but network administrators may only be interested in hosting running a certain service, while security auditors may care about every single device with an IP address. So, an administrator may be comfortable using just an ICMP ping to locate a host on his internal network, while an external pen testers may use a diverse set of dozens of probes in an attempt to evade firewall restrictions. So we'll see in the first, the pen testers, they try to in this ping command, pen testers try to send a ping packet. Or ping is a special type of network packet called an internet control message packet. So pings works by sending a particular type of network traffic called an ICMP echo request packet to a specific interface on a computer or network device. So if the device that received this ping packet is turned on and not restricted from responding, the receiving machine will respond back to the original machine with an echo reply packet that, hey, I'm here. So, aside from telling us that a host is alive and accepting traffic, pings provide other valuable information, including the total time it took for the packet to travel to the target and return. So pings also report traffic loss that can be used to gauge the reliability of network. So let us quickly look into this on Kali Linux machine. Let us just check it out by just executing some of the commands on Kali Linux. Okay, so let me quickly run this particular uh, command and Kali Linux so that you will get some idea. Okay. So for that, how we are going to run in Kali Linux, we just need to open the terminal and issue the command with the ping as a command and give the target IP address or target domain name. So you need to replace the you need to give the target domain name or target IP address. So by giving this target domain name or target IP address, let me just give the target domain name as scanme.nmap.org. This particular website is basically uh, uh, so built for this port scanning and pinging purpose. So there is no problem to use this particular site. So you can use this. So by giving this ping command and the target ID, you will get the response, from the machine. So there you can observe that what are the different uh, information that will provide this particular ping. We'll try to see that. Let me just by pressing Control C, it will stop connecting to the destination side, that is your the scanme.nmap.org. So the major difference between the Linux and Windows version is that by default the Windows ping command will send only 4 echo packet request packets and automatically terminates. But whereas this Linux ping command, that you can observe here, that without giving the Control C command, it start continually sending packets to the target side. So that this Linux ping command will continue to send this echo request commands until you force it to stop, right? So in this, if you say from the from this line, if you observe the details in this particular line, we have the 64 bytes is showing in the starting of your line. So this line is telling us that our ICMP echo request packet successfully reached the target host, and that the host successfully sent a reply packet back to our machine. So 64 bytes indicates the size of the from this line. This 64 bytes the indicates the size of the response packet. And from if you see here from scan nmap.org, or this particular IP address which specifies which host name and which IP address responded to our machine, that is responded to our machine, right? So in the pink we also find here that the ICMP sequence number. So the ICMP sequence number that designates the packet order. So if you go on checking the other packets, the ICMP number starts, the sequence number starts with uh, the sequence number 1, then sequence number 2, here you can find, and so and so. Here you can see that sequence number 11, 12, 13, and so and so. It gives the order. And along with that, it also provides other information that TTL is equal to suppose 48 is the time to live value. So this is used to determine the maximum number of hops the packet will take before automatically expiring in the network. And finally, we are having the time is equal to 52.4 milliseconds. So this time is how long the entire trip took for the packets to travel to and from the target. So you can see all these sequence numbers here and the time to leave packets. So this gives this additional information that what is the acknowledgement packet byte size, and from where we got that acknowledgement, what is the sequence number for those acknowledgements, what is the live value of those acknowledgement packets in the network, and what is the how much time it take to travel from source to destination, that is from your our Kali Linux to the destination side. So in this particular from this ping, we'll get some additional information also, that is the statistics that we will get from here, that this ping command provides with an output of these statistics, including the number of packets which we transmitted. That number of packets we transmitted is 24 packets, and all the 24 packets are received. So that means there is a zero packet loss in the network. So if the target host is suppose down or offline or blocking this ICMP packets, then you will see the 100% packet loss here, because those all the packets will be dropped, will not be reached to the destination, and you will find the destination host is unreachable. So this message depending on which operating system you are using. So sometimes you may see multiple request time out and a few with the response time. So this is typically because of a poor connection to an environment, or the receiving system is experiencing the network issues. So, how we leverage this tool as a hacker means the pings can be useful in determining if a host is live or not. So, use the ping tool as a host discovery service. That is, the first phase of your scanning part. So there are several tools that allow us to conduct ping and the ping sweeps, and H3 pings are also there. And a ping sweep is a series of pings that are automatically sent to a range of IP addresses rather than individually entering each target address in the command line. So, how to do that? A simplest way to run a ping sweep is with a tool we call the, let me just clear this. We call that tool as fping. We use the fping command. So, this fping command, and suppose give the range here, let us analyze this particular command here. So here you can see the fping command is a built into the kali and is run from the terminal. So open the terminal window and type by typing this command fping minus a switch minus g switch, and giving the range of your addresses, that the IP address starts at 10.100.141.0. That is the, so the first three bytes are used for your network address purpose, and the last byte is used for your host address purpose to identify the host in the network. And we are going to this fping try to send the echo packets, icmp packets, to all the hosts right from your host 1 to host 254. And if it gets any response from the host, that means those hosts are alive or active, and remaining hosts are not active. So in this case, we are giving that minus a switch is used to show only the live host in the in our output, whereas minus g is used, this switch is used to specify the range of the IP addresses. So here we have given the range from 0 to 254 on the same network address, right? So we need to enter both the beginning and the ending IP addresses, right? So then we use the symbol, that the greater than symbol here. So this character is used to pipe the output to a file. So here, and you must give the file name. That the file name which we are giving here is the host.txt file, is used to specify the name of the file our results will be saved to. So to, and then by just pressing enter, it try to scan all the, it try to ping all the host on that particular network address. And it finds that if the network the host or target is down or offline, then we'll get the information that the host is unreachable from the source IP address to the destination. So this destination, a host is not reachable. So now here it scanned all 254 systems on the target side. And if you look into the hustle file, out of 254, how many are live and how many are down, means all the down are showing here as unreachable. To check it out, is there any live host on this particular network, we can use the cat command and give the host command, the file name which we have given, that host.txt, to check it out who all are the active, are the live here. So you can find that out of 254, there are only two hosts which are live here. Okay. Similarly, if you try to scan for another range, suppose let me just give you details like suppose 32, that which is the address of the IP address of your scanme.org, scanme.nmap.org. So 33.45 So yeah, and give the on the same address. Let me just type it here. Oh, minus z. Let's give 45 and just give 45 dot 33 dot, oh sorry, dot 33 dot 32, and the last host on this particular IP is supposed to 55, or and just give the file name that the host.txt live, and just enter. So you will try to find all the host whoever the live on this particular one. So now check it out. That means all the host on here, none of the host is showing as your host unreachable. That means all the hosts are live alive over there. So let us just check it out in the cat file, who all are the live. So all the hosts are live on that particular network. Address was 45.33.32 uh, uh, and starts with 1 and end with 254. So you can see that all the hosts, those who are live, you're finding on this particular network. Okay, so this cat command will display the content of your file in the current terminal window. So to view the current content of your host, we just use the host, I mean the cat command, to check it out who all are live and who all are the downside. So there are many other switches that can be used to change the functionality of fping command by utilizing the man page. You can see that, but here we are just using only the few commands here. So there are many other the switches are given. Suppose if you want to restrict the name resolution with the IP address 4 instead of your IP address 6, you can just give this -4, or you can use this -6 option to restrict the IP addresses only ping only the IPv6 addresses. And by giving this -a, as we said, shows systems that are alive. And some if you give the -a, the display targets by address rather than their domain name system, domain name. So that combined with -d, so the output will be both the IP as well as the host name will be given. So by running the command like man fping, uh, it will just there are the IP addresses should be added to our target list for the later investigation. So mostly we use this fping command to collect all the active host IP addresses. So not every host will respond to ping request. Some host may be firewalled or otherwise blocking the ping packets. So another interesting command which is used here is we call the hping3 command. In hping3 command is also used for the scanning purpose. So let us see how it is useful, and what is the main advantage of this hping3 command. So this hping3 is a option 1 which is used to the craft packets and spoof a source address or determine firewall rules. And this hping command can be used as a backdoor and launch an attack. So there are the options which are used in this fping command are it uses the ping sweep can be done. This is for the scan option purpose, or the sign scan is also used this hping3, and the Christmas scan purpose. And this specifies the IP options and timing intervals and setting a specific flags on the timing intervals. So basically, this HPing3 is used to specify the what you call the it is basically used for the I mean the sign flood packet purpose. So let us see this by just observing, how it will be used. We'll see this command by using one by one. That let me just use the hping3 and give a switch that -1 option is used for the purpose of knowing only the UDP ports, and give on the target that scanme.nmap.org as the target one. So it starts sending the echo packets or ICMP packets to the target side. Let me uh, close it here. So you can find here it is also works same like your pings, but the advantage here is it is used for the flooding attacks. So how it is going to used for flooding attacks, that we'll try to check here. So the attacker sends the this sign request packets, that is your the ICMP packets, continuously to a server, whereas our server will become busy with the attacker only. If any legitimate client wants to communicate with the server, then the server will not process the legitimate user's address. So to check it out, let us do that by just giving the host command, I mean the hping3 command, hping3 3, and use the -s. So this is for your scanning purpose. So this is sending the sign request, okay, and give the minus window, that is -w will be given as an input to the window, okay. So let me just in the window size, it is giving that the respond packet size should be 64 bytes, and use the random source IP address. Use the random source IP address and send the this ping packets to the target, that example.com. So let us observe that, how it works. Let me just run the Wireshark here to analyze the packet. Okay, let us check this the Ethernet packets here. Let me stop this and just give me the command that how it is going to be run. We'll just see this. Okay, so let me run start this and start running this particular command on another side, and we'll just try to filter here that these packets, whether these packets are going or not. Let me just host it with the just filter it with the TCP packets. Just observe only the TCP packet and stop scanning here. We'll just check it out how it is going to be used. Now here the target is, if you clearly observe here, you can see that the target or the destination is 93.160 184.216.34, using the TCP protocol and sending the sign request on a port number 0 from the source, that is 207.63.173. Okay, so here on same request, I mean same destination, but the number of if you see the source IP addresses, the source IP addresses are changed here. So how it is changed? Because here we have given the command line here that the send the sign packets and get only the packet size of 64 bytes and use the random source IP addresses, not same source IP addresses. So for that, if you give the minus minus random source IP addresses, then it will generate the random source number. So if any intrusion detection or prevention systems are there on the target side, you will they cannot detect that these sign requests are not coming from a single device. They are coming from different devices. So different source IP addresses. So different sources are sending this particular request. So in that case, what happens? But actually, these ping packets are going from only our Kali Linux to that. So this we called it as your flooding. Which flooding? We call this sign flooding attack. So this is another type of attack. Means, as we said, that it is going to use the only the single packet, means making the target as much as busy. So the legitimate user, or it locks out the legitimate user's request. So this is something about the scanning, or finding the who all are the active and who are the down of the target side. Thank you.